The Global Latin Factor Podcast.
Welcome to another episode of the Global Latin Factor Podcast. One of the biggest things that we are as Latinos enjoy a lot is boxing, and boxing is very influential in our culture, and as far as just being something that we are big fans of. And today we do have a special guest to talk about boxing. Again, just because we enjoy boxing, there's been a lot of great Latino boxers, and it's just good to know about, like, as far as boxing, what brings people to like the sport of boxing. So real quickly, tell me your name, brother. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. My name is Emanuel Stansberry. Everybody call me Manny. So I'm doing pretty good today. How are you?
I'm doing great, man.
That's
so
good.
tell me, what got you into boxing? What decided you to get you into boxing?
Well, I grew up in childhood. I used to fight a lot. And
You used to fight a lot?
I used to fight a lot in the streets. I used to fight a lot.
Yeah.
And I used to fight even my cousins and I used to argue with my sisters too. But my mom was like, "Nah, I ain't got no brothers, so
Right.
take me to the gym." So when I first went to the gym, I went to spar, but no coach was like, "Oh, you got no boxing experience or nothing." So
Right.
But me, I love to fight, so I want to get in the ring. But I had to learn. I learned everything. I learned how to jab and.
So did you learn
my
it
feet.
yourself? But how did you learn it? Did you just watch some YouTube videos?
I
or-
started watching YouTube videos.
Right.
The first fight I started watching was Floyd. So when I
Right.
started watching him first, I just kept watching him. Then, I started learning the little things from him. Then I started learning for each boxer, like Canelo,
Yeah.
Devontae Davis. I started learning for all the different fighters, so I could just get different
All
fighters.
right. So why were you always fighting when you were young?
Man, people be like, "Yeah, talk about your mama." Or,
Yeah, of
You
course.
know what I mean? And I had a little sister, and
Yeah.
they used to pick on her, and I was like, okay. Like, the guy was like my age at that time. They was like,
Yeah,
little
but you're the
teenagers.
big brother,
Yeah,
bro.
so I'm the big brother. So,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? You ain't finna mess with my sister. So, you know what I mean? You got a problem, you got to solve
Absolutely.
it with me. So, yeah.
I feel you on that because
Yeah.
I had to go through the same thing when I was younger.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not a fighter or anything like that, I'm not
Yeah.
a violent person, but whenever they mess with your family, bro,
Yeah.
you just after a while you just got to get physical.
family come first, you know what I mean?
Absolutely,
So,
you
yeah.
gotta defend the honor of the family,
Yeah.
especially when you're young.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And you don't want everybody to think that it's okay to pick on your people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I like that. All right, so tell me. Okay, so you said Floyd.
Yeah.
Okay, you see the fight?
Yeah, I seen the fight.
What'd you think of the fight? Why you laughing? First of all, why you laughing?
Because, it was a funny fight, but at the end of the day, if the fight really makes sense,
Right.
if they really had to get the real scorecards and pick out the winner, I would say Floyd. At the end of the day, because
Yeah.
Floyd caught one of the bigger punches and rocked him more. Logan caught him with
Yeah.
two punches, and it didn't really affect Floyd. He got hit, and he just outboxed him.
Here's my thought on that. If it was a real boxing fight for his record on the line, because he expressed that it was an exhibition, and
Yeah.
he said it multiple times over.
Yeah.
And he also said it on multiple interviews. It's not gonna affect me. It's not for my record.
Yeah.
There's no judges.
Yeah.
So, but if he was for that, he wasn't gonna tarnish his record
Yeah.
with a YouTuber. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was not gonna put that on the line. And I feel that if it was a real contest, that dude wouldn't have had a chance.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
He way faster, even at his age at 44,
Yeah.
way more skillful. I know that the clips that Logan Paul cuts for whatever he's doing, his marketing, they're genius at that. Him and his
Yeah.
brother, it make it seem like he's better than what they seem. But if you know about boxing,
Yeah.
tell me about the way that he was moving.
Who? Floyd? or,
Logan.
Logan?
Yeah.
He was
Stiff.
He was stiff, and he was
flat-footed.
flat foot, and he had his legs too wide. He
Exactly.
had his legs too wide for you can't, and then you swing all.
Yeah.
The first round he just throwing out arms. He wasn't throwing no
Bombs at
yeah,
nothing,
yeah.
right?
So
And then third round, what happened? He
he
started
got
running out of
tired.
juice.
He getting tired. You getting
You
tired.
can't do that if you're a
You gotta
professional boxer.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
The condition is one of the most important things that you can have. If you don't have anything more, at least have the best condition
Yeah,
possible.
always.
You know what I'm saying? Because I was telling our producer here that once you do that, you put yourself in a compromised position.
Yeah,
you
this
can't
was-
breathe. You get frustrated.
Yeah.
You can't keep your hands up, which he didn't do that
and
either.
then you try to think what you gonna throw, and then you like, oh man, I don't what like he try to see what he gonna do, like what Floyd gonna do. And you
Yeah.
can't really think that.
Yeah,
'Cause
you
you already
can't.
tired. You just throwing stuff out there now.
And-
You just
and
throwing punches.
Did
so.
you notice that Floyd, he couldn't wait to just get on his face immediately?
Yeah.
Like, even if they broke him, he was already, he
Yeah.
didn't give him 1 second to breathe, bro.
He just
was
throwing
all
punches.
over
He
him.
just all over him.
Yeah, all
Yeah.
over. Even if he would just And like it's a mental thing too. 'Cause like they break you up and you feel like you're gonna reset up.
Yeah.
Floyd's already moving forward towards you. Like, damn, I can't get
and that's a small guy to be doing that.
Yeah, exactly. That
small guy.
And you can't even catch your breath at that time. Like at least like I'm gonna set up and catch me. Nope, that dude's all over in your face already.
And Floyd was throwing some good body shots. I see some good body shots.
Oh, he felt them.
Yeah, he felt them.
He's feeling them even more today. I guarantee you.
I bet he is.
I guarantee you.
His
that.
brother tried to hype him up.
So what did you like about Floyd as far as the way he was moving?
Man, I like everything, but he was smart. Like he was actually like I know what Floyd's gonna do. He always do to every fight. He'll let you throw your punches and he'll let you get tired. And he definitely know that longer is no real fighter. So I know for a fact he's gonna get him tired. So he let him throw his little punches, and then for a while, like the third round, he started moving his head and coming inside. He didn't actually like how you usually fighter. He's about on the outside. He actually boxing inside.
In the inside.
And caught some good body shots.
Yeah, I saw Mike Tyson and South Judah with they were doing a video I saw, and then they said that the only thing that they would have wanted him to knock him out, but I think it was all spectacle too. He didn't want to. He literally parted the dude's life. Yeah, he could have taken him out anytime he wanted to. Yeah. Just like I feel that he did the same thing to McGregor. Yeah, I don't care what anybody says that. Oh, McGregor did what, dude. Yeah, come on, same thing with him. Yeah, look how stiff he was. Yeah, look how flat-footed he was. Look how his conditioning wasn't on point. Yeah, and if he beats him in a round or two, then Floyd can't get the rematch that now they talking about and make another big payday. Yeah, you know what I mean?
That makes sense.
So, dude he has a great left hand. And the left hook is one of the best punches. I think is so surprising.
He caught Logan with a good couple hooks. Like you see in his face, like. Yeah, he felt them.
Well, when you got your big grin on your face when you get punched, like, oh yeah, that hurt.
I was hyped, man. I was hyped. Yeah, when I seen the fight, like, he's hyped. I'm like, come on, Floyd, you need to go ahead and knock this dude out. But I feel like when he had hit him and when he caught the guy back up, I was like, nah, I feel like
I think they made a gentleman's agreement on the side, like, hey, don't knock me out, I won't knock you out. Okay, they just make it look really good. Because again, even though there was a judge and the commission did give permission to fight, I mean. I don't think they were going to knock each other out. Yeah. And people are willing to tune in because it's Floyd Mayweather. Yeah. And he has, to me, I feel he has more of a global presence than Logan ever will. Yeah. And again, he said, it doesn't matter anymore. I'm still going to go into Hall of Fame, regardless of what happens here, Always. And 34, 36 pounds more walking down the dude. And what Tyson was saying is like he needed to counter more and have him, go back and have him counter punch instead. Yeah. That's what he was saying. He would have caught him better, but dude wasn't bringing the fight to him. Yeah, so he had to press the action. Yeah, the smaller guy had to press the action.
Yeah, he's putting more action on him. Yeah, it's coming more forward. Outboxing him. So,
right. So what was that time? Okay, so you started watching a couple of YouTube videos. You started getting your technique down. So when did you get serious and actually got into the gym?
At 2015, June 2nd.
All right. Yeah. So and what brought that event?
My mama took me to the gym, and I told her I really want to box. Like, I'm tired, like, I've been fighting on the streets so long. Like, I told my mom, I ready to get in the ring because if I keep fighting on the streets, I'm end up dead or I end up in jail. Right. So, I just wanted to do something that's going to be illegal, then I can actually make money off of. Right, absolutely. So, that's what I want to do. So
that's deep, bro, and I appreciate you sharing that because a lot of people don't understand. You need an outlet eventually to get you to a better position. Mm-hmm. And then Floyd had it rough growing up. You know that, right?
Yeah, real rough.
Even though his dad was famous and he was a boxer too, and his uncle, but his dad was very abusive. I believe his mom was, if I'm not mistaken, she was on drugs. Yeah, so you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's rough, and a lot of the best fighters, from what I know. It's not a requirement, but if you think about it, all the great fighters that came to be great fighters had a real tough childhood, such as Floyd Mayweather, Tyson. Tyson didn't have a nice, beautiful home either. Yeah. Abusive dad, mom too, all that stuff. Canelo too. He always got picked on. Yeah. And we're going to talk about him here in a little bit because we're going to do a segment on him too. Because I mentioned this is the Global Latin Factor, right? So we talk about everything Latino, but at the same time, I feel like, what do you know about Latinos as far as you know? Or Mexicans or Latinos or anything like that? Like, just in general, like what you learn in the streets or just on TV or anything about that?
Well, I know where I'm from. I know some little bit of Latinos where I'm from, but I can't even say I really know much about them. Right. But really can't say that much. I really don't know too much about the Latinos.
Okay, so do you know why they call them Latinos? Like what they call those Latinos?
Nah, I never know why.
Do you know why they call Hispanics too? You know how they say Hispanics sometimes or Latinos, and what's the difference? You know how some people be confused?
Sometimes they be like Mexicans, they be like Latinos. Yeah. I never.
So let me just share with you a little bit. So Latinos, pretty much anybody from Latin America, which is like Mexico all the way down south and some of the Caribbean islands. That's what Latinos are.
All right.
And pretty much the government gave them that name to kind of put them all together in one group instead of calling Mexicans people from Mexico or Salvadorians, people from El Salvador. They just bunched them up into one group, and that's all the Latinos. That's all it is. Okay. Now, Hispanics is mostly just people that speak Spanish.
Okay.
So even Spaniards we consider Hispanic, and they're in Europe. Okay. And they can consider them Hispanic.
Yeah, I know about that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's all it is. Yeah. And all those labels and names and grouping is just for census purposes, just to make it easier. Yeah. That's all it is. But Mexicans, of course, is from Mexico. That's pretty much all it is. So, but the other thing that I want to touch you is like, so you say you did like Canelo. So what is it that you like about Canelo?
Canelo, he don't really talks a lot about, what he, like when people talk trash to him, he just a real cool guy. He's real chill. But everything, somebody, he back his stuff up. That's one thing about Canelo. He always back his stuff up. And I like how when he did lose to Floyd, he came back and never lost since then. He been doing his thing. He been training back to back, days off. And I really love that. I love the Mexican style he got, like the Mexican style, the boxing style. I love it. Like, he got good head movement. He got good power. He got good technique. He got good talent. He got everything he got is right there. So in my mind right now, for anybody that trying to box him, I don't think nobody could beat him. I don't think nobody could beat him so far.
Not either. And he gets a lot of criticism for boxing, the ones that he's boxing. Yeah. But they're all champs. Yeah. Like they're all champs. And like how can you say that they're not good? Yeah, if they're champions.
Yeah, he just who he just beat
Billy Joe Sanders. Yeah, he was a champ.
Yeah, he was a champ.
He was I think he held 2 titles or something like that.
Yeah, and they're thinking he's gonna win. I like nah.
Did you see the fight?
Yeah, I watched the fight. I watched it on TV. But I didn't go. I wanted to go, but man, I watched it on TV.
I watched it on TV too, but did you see that nasty uppercut?
Yeah, that uppercut. And
how many times he was throwing that punch though before he actually connected really good?
He was trying to throw that punch in a minute. He finally landed in, and he felt that power.
Persistence, bro. Yeah, persistence. He kept throwing it to eventually connect. And when he connected, bro, he broke dude's face.
They say he broke I think his eye socket.
The eye socket. Yeah, his orbital bone somewhere around here is all beat up. Yeah, it's like he had to do like massive reconstruction surgery, and it's a possibility he might not ever come back either, because that's like your whole face and everything.
Yeah, I heard he's posting on social media on Instagram, but I don't follow him. I don't follow Canelo. That's the guy.
What other boxer you say you looked up to?
Gervonta Davis.
What do you like about Tank?
Man, that boy, he's a beast.
What was that last guy he knocked out? Bro, that what was it? Also uppercut, bro. It was so nasty.
Got that dude's name.
I don't remember his name either, but that punch, bro, I thought dude was gone.
Yeah, he was knocked up before he hit the ground. Like,
bro, he was out.
He was gone before he hit the ground.
Like a when you drop a bag that's empty, just boom, legs gone, bro.
Everything
completely.
Yeah, I love everything about Tank. His power is something else for 135. Yeah, now he's moving up to 140 now.
Yeah, he is. I heard he's moving up.
What you think about that one?
I think you need to be ready because, you got Teofimo, and that dude is a serious. He's a real deal. Yeah, he's a real deal. So they're in the same weight class, moving up to that. So they might be shooting. Well, it's Teofimo was 145, right, or 140?
Teofimo, he's one now. He's fine at 135.
135.
He's fine some guy in I think June 19th. I think he's fine a guy June 19th.
I hope. Well, it just depends though, because of, like right now, right? Floyd and Logan, like everybody doesn't think how much of a difference is. That's the reason why the weight classes, right? Yeah. That's the reason why it's so important, like to meet weight for the same reason that if you're overweight is a big deal. A pound or 2 pounds in boxing is a big deal. Yeah. People don't realize how much of a big deal it is. When Floyd fought that guy over there in Asia, whatever his name is, that kickboxer.
Oh, that Japan? Yeah, he fought Japan.
It was so much bigger than like, no, that was fake. Like, bro, you don't understand. Like, he has technique. He knows how to hit somebody. Yeah. And the dude's a whole lot lighter and smaller than him.
Yeah.
It doesn't take much to touch him, and that fool be flying. You know what I mean?
You seen the video?
Yeah, I seen him.
Hit the guy.
Yeah. It kind of looked like acting, but if you get hit on the, like right in the temple.
Yeah, you going down.
When your equilibrium's all jacked up and you don't know where you're at.
Yeah.
Like, bro, that could happen.
Yeah.
It happened to AJ.
Yeah.
AJ got hit right left hook.
What, Andy Ruiz?
Yeah. Andy Ruiz got him with the left hook right by the temple, almost right behind the ear, though. And
I know he's starting dazed.
Dude was dizzy the whole time. You couldn't recover anymore because that's what happens when you get hit. Yeah. So all you got to do is get a good place hit, and before you know it, you're just all dizzy. You feel like you're drunk. You don't know where you're at and things like that. And I don't think he was acting for the same reason that I feel like he hit him. Like, Floyd knows how to hit.
Yeah.
And that's what he's done.
So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if he hit him right where all of a sudden you don't even know where he's at, then of course. And he's a lot heavier.
Yeah.
And he knows how to throw a punch.
Yeah.
So pounds for Tank to go up. What was he originally? 135, right?
135.
And then he went to the
last
last 5 pounds.
The last fight he fought, the guy he knocked out, he was fighting at 130. So he basically moved up 2 weight classes.
But he has been having a lot of trouble making weight.
130.
Yeah. So maybe 135 would be more suited for him. But if he feels like it's good for him to go 2 weight classes, then maybe. It just depends if that power gets transferred over, because sometimes it does. Mm-hmm. Sometimes that power gets even greater when you move up in weight some more. So it could be beneficial for him.
It kind of happened to me because when I first started boxing.
So what weight you started boxing at?
119.
119.
I started fighting.
You're a little bitty.
Yeah, I was a little man.
What weight class is that?
Man, for amateur, I think you could say flyweight.
Flyweight?
Yeah, I guess so. You could say flyweight back then. I was small, but I moved up to 123, and then I moved to 132. Mm-hmm. And then my last fight is I fought at 153, but I wasn't supposed to fight at that weight. But
you at 153?
I had moved it to 153. I just want to get a different feel.
Yeah.
I don't know how I was feeling. Like, one minute I was feeling good, and one minute I ain't feeling bad.
Like, what
I was sparring a lot of good fighters. Yeah. So that was making me work. I'm like, man, I feel like I got the energy, and I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
But when I went to the fight,
So how tall are you?
I'm like 5'6". Like
5'6"?
Yeah, like 5'6", 5'7".
Yeah, that's quite a bit of weight for you.
Yeah.
So there's another boxer that we're gonna talk about too. It's a female, Marlene Sparsa. So she said typically whenever you're a boxer, like the ideal weight is usually to be either 10 pounds below your walking weight. So if you're 135, you most likely want to be at 125 just to be comfortable. I'm not saying it's like the rule, but the majority of people go off of that.
Yeah.
So what is your normal walking weight? Like when you're not like getting ready for a fight, what would you normally just walk around at?
Well, it depends. Well, you talking about now?
Yeah, right now.
Well, now I'm moving back down.
So you are.
So right now I'm walking around like probably this 145.
How'd you put so much weight on for?
Man, I ain't like Corona kind of got to me. I ain't gonna lie, Corona got to me at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really got to me. But
so you weren't training that well. So you already.
Yeah, I wasn't training that well.
You got the quarantine 15.
It got to me. I had to. It got to me for a minute.
Yeah.
And then after that, I was running a little bit.
Yeah.
And then it was this family issues and sisters catching Corona and stuff.
Yeah.
So like, I had to. Be there for them. And my mama, I thought she's going to get Corona at one point in time, but instead, my grandma Corona. Oh, man. So I was kind of be there for her, too. So, like, it was kind of a little hard for me. Then,
yeah.
Gym wasn't open, so I basically had to train on my own. I had to run. And,
yeah,
I didn't really have the guys that I wanted to train with, they didn't want to spar outside. So, I just had to do a little bit.
So, you got a little bit of discouragement during that time.
Yeah, at that little time, it was kind of a little hard for everybody. So,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, the one thing that for sure Floyd does, and for sure Canelo have in common, is their discipline.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So right now I know that Floyd doesn't have to be so disciplined because, he's already retired.
Yeah.
But Canelo, after his fight, let's say his fight was Saturday, by Tuesday he's already back in the gym.
Yeah.
That dude eats, breathes this stuff. He's like this, and even when he debuted, you know how old he was? Canelo?
I think 15?
15 years old,
15.
bro. And you know why? They ran out of sparring partners for him.
And they said he was fighting grown man.
No, he knocked out an interview I saw. He knocked out either a 30 to 35-year-old man when he was 14 years old.
Crazy.
That dude was already gifted. So he's the he has 7 brothers, and all his brothers box. He looked up to his older brother because his older brother was a boxer at that time.
Yeah.
And his brother told him, "You're gonna be good." His brother's the one that actually was showing him the ways, and then eventually he took him to somebody's gym because he couldn't train him no more. And then his brother's the one that actually told him, "You're not gonna be good. You're gonna be great."
Yeah.
And sure enough, the trainer that he took it to him. So what happened? The reason why he turned pro is because whenever he was already sparring amateur and beat everybody and all the people around pretty much. You know how it's a tight community. Eventually you start getting to know people. So it was this one guy. It was running out of sparring people anyways, like at the amateur level. And one of the guys like, "Hey, let Canelito," they call him Canelito. He was younger. So let him spart. Like, nah, he be beating everybody up. Nah, I can't have that. Like, man, come on. All right, I'll let you fight him, but just let him know, take it easy on him. Like, okay. So the coach goes and his coach at that time tells him, "Hey, they're gonna let you spar this guy, but take it easy on him. You can't knock him out because you'll be knocking everybody out. And they're not gonna let you fight nobody." So they put him in. First round, it's fine. Second round, Canelo knocks him out. So he's like, he goes back to his corner, and then that's when his coach says, like, "Dude, we ran out of amateur people." Like, and then he went and told him that the coach said that was the proudest moment whenever he went to Canelo and told him, "We're gonna turn you pro, dude, because there's no more amateur people to fight."
Yeah, he's
and
ready
at 15 years old,
he was ready because he been doing good since then. So he's that's one of the fighters I looked up to is Canelo.
Yeah, well, the discipline part is the thing that really gets to me. I know the quarantine part, but even both of them, even every single one has been successful. Is the discipline they're so involved in that's all they know.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
All they know, yeah.
So yeah, it's good that you back on it, and I hope that you. So what is your inspiration as far as where you want to take this to? I know you said pro. I know eventually more money comes around, but you know, even Floyd and them,
it takes time, basically.
Yeah, it takes time.
But I want to get a lot more amateur fights.
Yeah.
And
how many you have so far? I didn't ask your record.
Really, I haven't kept up after the last fight. Last 2 fights I haven't kept up. Probably I could say like 8 or 9. Probably say I could 8 or 9. But the reason I got 8 or 9 because the coaches I had before was not doing their job like they're supposed to be, like they're supposed to do.
Absolutely.
So when I moved to a different gym, so I could get extra fights.
Is that the gym you're working out of?
Yeah, I moved to this gym right here.
Okay.
Coach Trey. My boy Coach Trey and Coach Antonio. Like they actually train me, they actually get on my tail. Like they actually, if I don't do something right, that makes sure they go over it. They make sure I eat healthy. They make sure I go, I train, I run. They make sure everything is right. So the other coach, I couldn't say too much because like I was there. It's like I'm like, he would tell me one thing, like I'm just okay. When I be sparring, he would tell me the same thing over and over and over and over. Just jab, jab, jab.
Mm-hmm.
I already know the jab. I already know all this. Why you keep telling me the jab? If I'm trying to do something like like the little man with a Philly shell, that.
Yeah.
And he'll get all mad, like, nah, you can't do that. You ain't supposed. I'm like, if it's working,
if it works,
the punch, I'm like, if it's working, if I do the pullback, it works. Like he get mad over it. He get mad at different things.
So pretty much you outgrew him because there's nothing he could teach you anymore.
Yeah, and now that I'm so good that I know how to switch southpaw, and when I switch southpaw, he used to get mad. Like he didn't want to teach me southpaw at all.
So you can go both?
Yeah, I can go
unorthodox
both.
and southpaw?
I can go both.
That's nice.
But the thing about it, he didn't want to teach me that. When I got to the gym I'm at right now, Diamond Hill, they actually taught me how I could switch to southpaw.
Yeah.
Like, so I know how to do both now, so.
But it's only so much beneficial for you if you know both. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It feels good going both.
Yeah.
You just got to know how to have your right stands and know how to use your angles and everything.
Absolutely.
It's just the opposite. Just doing the opposite, basically.
Yeah, I feel like let's say I played soccer when I was smaller, right?
Yeah.
And I was left-footed. But the players that stood out the most are the ones that knew how to kick with both legs. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So they can switch it up. They can play both sides. I was limited to one side.
Yeah.
But they can switch it around to both sides.
Yeah.
And a lot of the times, if you fighting like another southpaw, let's say you change it to southpaw too, it makes it a little bit different.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It makes it more beneficial towards you instead of having every orthodox always has trouble with southpaw for the same reason. So let's say you're just one-dimensional, all of a sudden all you know is orthodox, but now you can switch it now.
Yeah.
How much more beneficial will it be for you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it makes more sense that you know both.
I have been sparring a lot of good open southpaws. Like, guys that's 60 fights or even more than that, even national champ. I've had sparred a lot of good southpaws.
How you managing on them?
Man, I really like in reality. I'm really doing pretty good. Like they said, I got good. They said I got good speed, and I like the little the little talk they give me. You know, some of them. I had sparred one pro. I forgot this guy's name. He's not really that big, but I was asking him, well, he's gonna fight like a real good fighter because he's like 27-0. Like,
but he a pro.
Yeah, he's a pro. Like 18 knockouts. I gotta look him up on Instagram.
What do you think of? Okay, so back in Muhammad Ali's days and even Tyson's day, being undefeated wasn't a big deal. You know what I mean? You didn't have to. It doesn't show that you were not that good or not. You know, it didn't matter. So what do you think of all this? Because he's undefeated, that guy, right?
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure he wants to keep it that way. Who wants to lose? And I know Floyd Mayweather set the standard for that, but he was a different animal. What do you think about all this? That you just want to keep your clean record and be undefeated as long as possible. What do you think about that? Because there's a lot of that going on.
Yeah, it is. It is. I feel that would be good for me, but eventually I want to fight someone that's really out like a champion. I want to fight someone like and really test my skills. Really like I want to see how this really like you see who gonna win. Like it's gonna take one shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then so in my opinion, I feel like I want to stay undefeated. Yeah, I want to beat this guy, but I want to see if who gonna lose, who gonna win. But in my mind, I'm always thinking about winning. That is my mentality. I'm always thinking about winning. So, even when amateur, like right now, I don't care about if I lose. To me, if I lost to me, I feel like it's a lesson.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like that's how I feel because like when you turn pro, it's gonna start 0-0. That's how it's gonna start 0-0, and that's when the real game starts when you turn pro because there's gonna be no headgear. And you just, that's the real game.
So let's say you do go pro for sometimes when you do go pro. If you do have a loss, do you think it's going to be such a big deal, a deal breaker for you?
I feel like if I do get that loss, it's going to like hurt me a little bit and make me feel, but it's going to make me even train harder.
Yeah.
Like work harder. Like, just like any other fighter should do. You should train harder because you do not want to, lose again. You don't want to have that bad feeling. So in my feeling, like I feel like if I take that, if I feel like I lost, or anything can happen in boxing. But if I did lose, I'm gonna want to train hard. Like soon as I take that L or whatever, the next day I want to, I'm gonna look back at the fight. I'm gonna see what I missed or what I messed up, and I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna train over that, and then. Next fight, I'm just gonna roll right back at it.
But I like your mentality though. Not even to think about it, just to always think of that you're gonna win.
Yeah.
And you always do that by training your behind off.
Yeah.
And always having the right mindset and like you said, like being coachable.
Yeah.
Because after a while, people start forgetting that. Just stop being coachable. But think they know everything there is to know, and then it's kind of hard unless you grow your coaches, and eventually you have to move on because they can only take you. Okay, so something funny I learned about this. So the trainer that trained Paul, that trainer was actually Teofimo's coach in the beginning.
Ah, for real?
Yeah, I
never knew that. I heard someone was talking about he was a good coach, but I just never heard of him.
He's a good coach, but then the funny thing is, and I'm not trying to start no controversy over Teofimo's because his dad is a character, but his dad always takes credit for watching videos. But I'm pretty sure he watched a bunch of YouTube videos.
Yeah.
But it just took him to Teofimo to get him where he's at. Mm-hmm. I think that guy had something to do with it. I think they ended up in bad terms.
Yeah.
But he was his coach for a long time until they parted ways. And they're interviewing that was one of the interviews before the fight, and he talked to them and he was telling them, I was his coach for forever. And then he felt like it was a little friction whenever he was talking, like they parted ways badly. And he kind of went in on his dad a little bit. But it wasn't, he said it wasn't on him, it was me. Like I'm the one that,
I basically saying he the one that's.
And then that's the other thing too about Teofimo, because somebody that were trying to kind of make fun of him because they were bringing other coaches in from another places. Yeah. And Teofimo was trying to defend it. Of course, it's his dad, right?
Yeah.
He's going to take off for his dad. But they were trying to make it seem like, oh, you need more people to bring over, whatever. And then Teofimo's always been like that. His dad is the one that got him to where he's at, which, again, if you're in boxing, you got two coaches, right? It's not just one. Yeah. Maybe there's one mostly, but there's like a group of people that get you there. It's not only just one person.
Yeah.
Let's be realistic. It's not only just that one person. It's a whole team.
Yeah.
And Mayweather, what I liked about him is that I feel like some fights were, and that's just my personal opinion, right? Because I do enjoy boxing. I've been watching it for years and a day, but I do see that us watching from the outside, wanting him to fight somebody immediately. Yeah. But I feel like Mayweather sometimes waited for whatever reason. He felt like he needed to wait because he wasn't at people's timing. Is whenever he felt like he was going to fight that person. Yeah. So I felt like his whole team was smart enough to take the fights whenever they took the fights. And sometimes Floyd did pay some fines for being overweight at times. Do you know that?
I heard about it.
So he did. He was willing to sacrifice that too. And the other thing, the ring. So you know the ring, right? If it's firm or if it's soft, it makes a difference. Yeah. Like if you're a fast fighter, let's say the opposite fighter, and it's not mostly the fighters, is a promoter, but pretty much Floyd Mayweather's team is everybody. So if you're fast and you're going against Floyd, then he's not going to give you a hard mat. He's going to give you a soft mat, so you get tired and don't run around so much. You know what I mean? Little small thing. Again, I'm not saying he's cheating. He's working the system. It's so smart.
That is a smart
because you slow him down.
Yeah, you slow him down. Yeah, the ring's so soft and you're moving. Yeah,
you get more tired. And the ropes, even the ropes itself being a little bit looser or tighter, it's also part of it too. Bro, it's all little bitty things that I swear I didn't know that it was such a big deal. Yeah. And I understand why he gave credit to his people because all of them, I'm pretty sure, were like, hey, we need to do this.
That's why Canelo and what's that guy? He just fought.
Sanders?
Yeah, Sanders.
He wanted the big ring.
He wanted the big ring because he liked to move around.
Yeah,
so
it didn't matter though.
Move around this, box and everything.
Yep.
Canelo
that's the whole deal for that. Yeah. And that's when I watched. I forget what the coach is. I forget his name, but his fighter fought in that card too, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, he's the one that was saying like, he wants it because he wants to move,
because it was too small,
which it makes sense.
Yeah,
but it didn't matter at the end though. But it does make sense that you want a bigger space to move, and then even the smaller ring too. Mm-hmm. Like let's say, bro, it's so many little things. Which again, I'm not taking anything away from the dude. I enjoyed. I thought Floyd was a boring fighter. He had to fight an exciting fighter to be an exciting fight. And then people always wanted him to lose. Yeah. But he was just too smart and fast.
Yeah,
we feel like it's so easy as just from looking, like for myself, right? I hit the back here and there, right? Yeah. That's all. And it's tiring. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then we just feel like it's like football, anything. We feel like it's so easy. Like, I could have done that. How come we didn't do that? Oh, it's easy to say for us looking outside. But when you're actually in the action, bro, it's a lot harder, right?
It's a lot more hard.
Bro.
Like, and then just like, it's just say, like, you just training. Like, you can look at another fight, like, he's training.
Yeah.
Like, he's doing a miss real fast. But when they get in the ring, they feel like they tired. And it's different because you training, but you got to train as hard as you want to fight. Like, you got to push yourself. Like, you got to really push yourself. You can't just train for one day, like, I'm going real fast. And you get in the ring, you get tired.
It's over. That's what I'm telling you. You're so compromised. Yeah. And then that's the other thing that people don't realize, how fast Floyd was.
Yeah.
Dude is so fast.
His boxing IQ is...
Bro, he's so fast. The people don't realize how fast the dude is whenever in there. Like, before you know it, you're like this, all of a sudden, he's going back. But all of a sudden, he's going forward again. He's getting sucked in your face. Yeah, it's that fast.
It's those hooks that's coming so fast. I'm like, boom. I'm seeing his long face. Boom. It's turning red. You know
just like that.
Yeah.
And he knows how to hit you, too.
Yeah, he knows where to hit you and how to hit you, so...
Yeah. What is your preferred punch that you like to go to when you're fighting? Do you like to... Yeah. Now I'm trying to give you secrets away, but what do you like the most?
I got more than one. So
yeah,
like, but I just give him one.
If you don't want to, because I don't want you to. Somebody watch this. We'll
probably watch it. He's probably
I know he's ready for it.
I got a lot of people watching me probably.
All right. Just practice that punch a lot more, and it's good that you do.
I mean, I be practicing with my coach, so I'm definitely practicing. But it's a lot of punches that we definitely practicing on. So
absolutely. What do you think is the best punch that Floyd Mayweather has that you feel like he has?
Can I choose two?
Yeah, absolutely.
I would say the left hook and the right hand.
Yeah.
When that pullback right hand.
That pullback.
When he's that shoulder roll, is out of them two. It's that pullback right hand.
What was your favorite fight of him?
Of him fighting?
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to say him and Canelo are Yeah, I would say him or Canelo.
Yeah. He was, for me, that Maidana was entertaining.
Maidana was entertainment, but Maidana was just going crazy, just throwing punches and.
Or the Mosley one too.
Oh yeah, the Mosley. Yeah, that one. I give that.
It tested his heart that time.
Yeah.
Because, okay, so Sugar Shane Mosley messed up, bro. He had him hurt, and he could have finished the job, but he hesitated and he didn't go for it. And here's the thing though. Okay, so on that fight, I feel like Floyd, even though he feels like he doesn't care what anybody says, right? But that fight, if you notice, he fought different. He fought like he used to fight when he was Pretty Boy.
Yeah.
Going forward and more aggressive instead of the defensive.
Yeah.
So I think the criticism got to him a little bit, and he wanted to just fight aggressive moving forward. If you notice, he wasn't so defensive until he got socked.
Yeah.
Until
you get that right hand.
Until he get him and almost knocked him down. And all of a sudden, like, oh, let me regroup because this is not gonna work. Hey, I give it to him. We got heart. He had chin because that dude, he was hurt.
Yeah, he hit him. His knees almost touched the ground.
Yeah.
Hit him down. His knees almost touched the ground.
Did you think he did get knocked down with Saf Judah?
Well, who, Floyd?
Yeah. Bro, come on! You can't tell me it wasn't a knockdown. The glove turns. If your glove touches the canvas, what happens? It's a knockdown, right?
It's a knockdown. But
I'm just saying. Hey, we just trying to nitpick though. The smallest things though.
I mean,
Floyd's so good. We just trying to.
I trying to hold itself up. It did touch a little intro. I can't lie.
But I'm just saying he's so good that I'm just saying because I heard it before. But he's again, he's really good. Floyd's really good, technical. Smart,
but I feel like when he get hit with a good punch, and he always finna go, he's like, he know how to catch his balance. Like, if he's dazed, but like, he's trying to catch his balance while he's dazed, or like, like he already knowing, like.
Or tie down Floyd, Sugar Shane whenever he got hurt. He tied him down quick because he know he just needed to recover.
He tied him out real quick.
But that, again, all that ring IQ, you know, it's just experience. He already knew he was hurt.
Yeah, and he just boxed him out there. He just boxed him.
But I'm saying Floyd's so good, though, that like people be picking this little thing. Oh, he knocked him down one time, but you're talking about 1 out of like 50 fights. Dude. Come on, man.
Like he beat Pacquiao. Yeah, talking about Pacquiao's gonna do this.
I would have liked to see them fight again when they were younger, when they were much younger than at that time. Because it was a boring fight, and I feel like for the people to watch, it would have been more entertaining to watch when both of them were a little bit younger, like maybe 5 years younger.
They was talking about it, but they never had a chance.
They never did. That fight got talked forever, 5-6 years before it actually happened.
Yeah.
So I feel like whenever they began talking about the fight, then that's when it should have happened.
Yeah.
And I feel like we would have got a better fight because I didn't like that they dragged it on for so long, and then they were older.
Yeah,
they're not too much older, but they were older, and it's just not the same when you're in your prime than just to be older and fight.
Yeah.
You know, even though Mayweather was older, still though, I think it would have been a better fight at that time for me as a boxing fan.
If you had a chance, would you like to see a rematch with them too?
Nah, not right now, not no more.
You don't want to see a rematch?
Nah, it'll be boring.
It will be boring.
First of all, Mayweather already said he's retired. He's not coming out of retirement.
Yeah,
you can't pay him enough. I feel like to bring him back.
Yeah.
And then Manny, I don't know what he's doing fighting. What's his name?
Errol Spence.
Errol Spence, bro. I don't know why he has no business, but bro, Manny is. I'm not trying to sound a certain way, but Manny, Asian people age a little bit different, bro. I'm just not trying to be funny about it, but they do. Mm-hmm. And he looks fine. Mm-hmm. And the last fight against a younger dude, he looked good. So I'm just saying, I think he's gonna do well for himself.
Yeah, I think he will too.
And then Spencer's not that fast.
Yeah, he was talking about on social media, like wherever y'all seen that last fight with Danny Garcia, that was just, that was like 70% of me.
You're just slow, bro. Yeah, he is just slow.
He was kind of slow, but he's not as fast as Pacquiao.
He's not, and he's not gonna get fast like that within that one fight. There's no way, bro.
I forgot. He was talking about something that I'm gonna call him 110% ready. So I'm like, everything I didn't do when I was Danny Garcia that he's gonna actually do.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you something that I know for sure. What happened on election time? Whenever you hear about elections, what happened? What did all these politicians do? They talk their behind off, right? And promise everybody the sun and the stars.
Yeah.
Same thing with boxers, bro. They do the same thing. They talk about how much this that they're gonna do for the same thing that they want to sell the fight. They want people. They want eyes on the fight.
Yeah.
So of course he's gonna say things like that.
Yeah.
And same thing for Floyd. Same thing for all of them. If you notice, whenever they start hearing the fight, they're gonna say they do this and that and whatever. But when it comes to action, the actual night is different. But it does work because people do pay attention. Like you know, you hear it. Oh, he's gonna come with this and that. I don't know if you can go from one fight to another and be that much faster.
Yeah.
And Pacquiao was fast too.
Yeah.
He's not a slow guy.
He fought Thurman. He
Thurman. Bro, Thurman is a young buck.
Yeah.
But Thurman was coming out of I think it was like a year off or some change like that.
Yeah.
And he had come of an injury, if I'm not mistaken.
And then he beat Boner. So. Yeah. But Boner's like, he was doing
he just talks too much too.
He just played too much. He can't,
bro.
I don't know. I never looked up. I could never look up to him. Like I couldn't just.
I'm not trying to be a do ratchet, dude. Do ratchet. Bro, do ratchet, dude. Come on. He does talk a lot, and for a while he was good, but I just don't know, bro. He fell off.
Yeah, he fell out bad.
Yeah, he fell out bad.
Like went to jail.
Especially when he left Mayweather camp.
Yeah, when he left Mayweather, that's when he really messed him up.
I think there was a little bit of jealousy of, you know what I mean? He couldn't just get to that level. Even though he wanted to, he just wasn't going to be that.
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather's 1 in a million. Same thing for Tank.
Yeah.
If he stays out of jail and if he freaking manages his weight, he can be, he has such a, like, power for a little guy.
Yeah, he got crazy power.
So,
he got probably like a heavyweight.
Bro, for real, for a small stature guy, he hits hard.
Yeah, I think he's like his back height. Like he's like 5'5".
Yeah, he's about 5'6", 5'5", somewhere around there.
Yeah, he's about my height.
But bro can hit. So if he stays out of jail, because he just got out of jail not that long ago.
Yeah.
And if he stays disciplined with the weight, bro, I think he can be very special. And another thing about Floyd that I give it to him is that he's encouraging homie. He's guiding him through. He's like a mentor to him, telling him which way to go and how to be a boss. You know, how to, make sure that he makes his money instead of making the promoter's money. Yeah. Because, bro, I don't like that. I don't like that recipe. I like the way that he did that too, and now the Canelo's doing it the same way.
Yeah.
Well, we don't need. You're already the star. People are gonna follow you for you. Why do you need a promoter for it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Makes sense.
And then Floyd even said at the last interview with this recent interview, he said like, I was making $5 million here, $6 million here, which is still a lot of money for it, right? But then he said whenever he fought his first fight, then that's when he started making the big bucks. When he was managing him. So like he's being his own boss.
Yeah, his own boss.
Then he started making the big bucks. And if you think about it, you after a while, and this is words of wisdom when you become a pro.
Yeah.
Is that after a while, you're gonna need them to get you out there and exposed. But once you have the fan base, like why you need them for? Why you need to break bread for them for?
Yeah. You
could take yourself with your own team to a network. Say, hey, we'll bring you the fight. What's up? Let's go. Let's cut the check. We'll make it happen for y'all.
Yeah. I was thinking that's something I want to do. I want to, just start off small and then get up there. Just take time.
Yeah.
Just take time.
And again, the promoters do work in the beginning to get you there, known. But at the end of the day, they don't get on the ring. And put in the work. They don't put the life on the line.
Yeah, you got to do everything. So
you know what I mean?
It's like when somebody's cheering for you, they can say all this and say that, but they're not the one that's fighting.
They're not the ones that are fighting.
Taking punches,
exactly.
Getting hit, so
exactly. And it's the same thing for the promoters. It didn't never make sense to me why they take such a big percentage of the purse. All they did is run their mouth maybe here, and maybe they had connections with a couple of networks. But after a while, they're not the ones putting all the sweat, all the hours of training that you have to go through, all the freaking repetitive to try to master that one punch or that move, or being southpaw and being orthodox, the same thing. They're not the ones doing all that. And why are they going to take 20%, 30% of your cut? You know what I mean? That never makes sense to me.